I got it.
Heather sounds like an 80-year-old woman.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
I got it.
The fake tree, the white lights. I mean, come on, no elf on the shelf. Have some fun.
Possibly.
Jim is an 80-year-old man, yes. An 80-year-old cat man. Thank you for that. Shots fired.
Yeah, you see? Even more so.
We got
I guess that
we got responses. We got people saying creepy on the elf in a shelf. I get the creep factor. I'm okay with that. We got mixed response on the white lights versus the color lights. This one says you have to leave Christmas decorations up through the New Year holiday, then you take them down the following weekend.
I'm fine with Olaf will be gone probably the day after. The twinkling lights. Until the New Year's put them on after that, they'll get unplugged. But then the weather will when they come down.
Says, hey, Heather, I'll use gift cards.
Okay, I'll send them your way.
I'll provide an address.
Just
Whatever. This one says, Jansen for Santa, 20 years. It's out with me.
Somebody's eating things. Ready to go.
Or in your case, here. It's not surprising that that's what you do.
But Santa is so good. Don't you think that he would like a little variety in the items? I'm sure he would.
We'll keep taking these texts. Christmas conversation. It's going to be a lot. Because I don't know where there's
They arrived on Thursday afternoon for their Saturday tilt against the Panthers. Safety Deshaun Elliott officially ruled out for the game. Derek Barnes and Frank Ragnow are questionable, but really nothing new to Frank, who fought through his injury to earn his second appearance in the Pro Bowl.
This has been probably the hardest year of my career, besides the year my dad passed. It's not even the pain for me, it's just when something's not working, I guess with your body, there's the confidence, there's the doubt, it's all that kind of stuff, the focus that comes with the pain, to be able to pursue through all of that this year and to be recognized is pretty cool.
Yeah, the call right now with the body of everything they're doing. It's about December minute that he may need surgery on his foot after the season. Doesn't return for the Red Wings their Friday night match with the Chicago Cubs pushed back in February due to physical injury. So that's played again until Wednesday in a back-to-back. This is still being go for tonight, but we're already on the road to what's looking forward to Atlanta down south for their final game before the holiday. And still going last night, Jaguars over the Jets making the future version of football and their pro. That's Baylor for their 30-15. Their armed forces wins the field. And it's an update done from First of Arms Corps and 971-Honest.com.
And I think Lions fans are very emotional about this team and this season. I think there's a camp of people, of which I am a part of, that thinks good things are going to continue to happen for this team. We're going to wake up Christmas morning and the Lions are going to occupy a playoff spot. They will win, they will get the help they need, and we will wake up Christmas morning in a state of bliss. There are other Lions fans who think this is going to be the Grinch, stealing the holiday cheer. The day before Christmas, the Lions lose to the Panthers and send this thing into a tailspin where they're not eliminated, but where they need a lot of help. And I want to know confidence level from people listening. 1 being the Grinch, 10 being Christmas bliss, they're winning and confident. 1 to 10, how confident are you that the Lions beat the Carolina Panthers and keep this thing going, win 4 games in a row? 248-539-9797, ticket, text, phones, however you want to talk to us this morning. John, 1 to 10, how confident are you?
I'm going to steal my win total from the beginning of the year where I thought they were going to win 8 games. I'm going to say 8 out of 10. And so it's, if I was 10 out of 10, I'd be like, yeah, I think it's a no-doubter. And I don't think you can do that in sports. I think there's way too many variables, especially when you're dealing with a ball that's not round. It can bounce funny ways. And you're talking about whether it's, the weather down in Carolina, I think it's going to be good. But then you got the weather in Lambeau. And then you've got 2 games where they're going to be domed. Obviously Ford Field, and if it's, up in Minneapolis, you don't have to worry so much about that. But there's just so many variables that something can go wrong. And not that it will. And I'm very confident that they're going to run the table during the regular season. And I think 8 puts me in that very confident category. But I've also
I
seen
think so.
enough
I think so
of
too.
Jared
Every
Goff.
time we're near Peachtree
And I still
Club.
have some questions about in-game decision-making by Dan Campbell that I'm going to protect myself a little bit and give it an 8 out of 10. And here's where I say it about Jared Goff. Yes, he has done a really good job of protecting the football. He's also been lucky at times. I love the fact that when there's nothing there, he's willing to throw the ball in the ground. I don't care about completion percentage. I don't care. I want to protect the football. I like that. And I've seen a lot more of it over the last few weeks. But when you go to MetLife Stadium, when you're playing the Giants, and you get a turnover, and then the next 2 passes from Jared Goff could be, giving the ball right back, it still gives me pause that if something bad happens, and it could just be somebody makes a great play on the other side of the ball, you turn the ball over and you put yourself in position to lose a game.
Carolina's got 2 top 10 corners. If you look at them, they're a 5-9 team. I'm not scared of Sam Darnold. 2 top 10 picks in the corners. Yeah, C.J. Henderson and J.C. Horn. Don't turn the ball over. It's been the theme this entire way. Goff is the same quarterback that's had some pick sixes, but he's also the quarterback who's thrown 11 touchdowns to 1 interception on this run. I feel like the Lions are a better version of the Carolina Panthers. Goff is a much better version of Sam Darnold, right? The more elevated game manager. Yeah, clearly more confident, more elevated game manager. Which team's going to do a better job protecting that quarterback? The Lions. Which team is going to have a better job running the football? Is the Lions. I mean, defensively, you talk about it, you're going to need a key takeaway in this game. Lions have actually been doing it.
Yes.
I'm very confident. I mean, can I go 10?
Yeah.
Is 10 allowed? Because I feel sure.
I mean, yeah, it's on the board. 1 out of 10. We put it out there.
I would go 10. I mean, that you can.
It's a lock. It's a Costa lock.
You can lose, of course. It's the NFL, but my confidence in my football team is at an all-time high right now. They're not playing a great team. They're playing a 5-9 team. And the only way Carolina wins is by playing an ugly game. They don't win with Sam Darnold throwing for 300 yards. He's like throwing for 170 on this little 3-game run he's on. If it turns into a trench game, physical game, turnover battle, that's how the Lions are built. This is a game they are built to win. It's a game they have set the roster up for success.
Okay.
They've gone on the road multiple times this year and won those games, whether it was the Giants game convincingly or the Jets game ugly. This team can go on the road. The Bears game at the buzzer. This team is going on the road and winning games. I'm confident.
Okay, but the question is, how confident are you that they can get to the playoffs and win a playoff game?
I said it earlier in the week. The way I think the story ends, they win this week, they win next week, beat Aaron Rodgers, and they beat the Minnesota Vikings.
You have them going to the NFC Championship game.
No, I drew the line, and I think Hurts will be back. I think the Eagles are a better team. But I am doing something I haven't done since '91, and I'm confident. I'm willing to let myself get hurt. I'm willing to wake up Christmas morning with the lump of coal in my stocking. I believe in this team.
I believe in this team as well. I just think that going and winning 9 of 10 and going down to Carolina, they're a team that is, hey, they've got to win every single game to have a chance to get into the playoffs. And it's a very plausible scenario that if they do, they could be in because they're in such a bad division. The more questions that I have are, and maybe the better question is, would your heart be broken more if you lose that game against Chicago at home, the final home game of the year, or if you lose the one at Lambeau? Because you're going to be playing against a Chicago Bears team that has no hope of the playoffs. They're not playing for anything other than ruining your year.
This is interesting.
And it's the same thing in Lambeau.
We stumbled onto something. Which game would hurt the most? This week is on Christmas Eve. This week is around the holiday. The week after is the Bears, and you know better. You know better. You should beat that lousy football team. And then there's Green Bay, which carries a whole bunch of emotions, too.
Well, so in terms of just flat-out wins or losses, I think losing to Chicago at home would hurt the most. I'm a little stony here. However, if you don't take care of business Saturday and you don't watch any other football, but you wake up on Christmas morning to find out that the San Francisco 49ers won, they beat the Commanders, that the Kansas City Chiefs won, and they beat Seattle, and all you had to do was beat a losing team, but you couldn't do it, you could wake up knowing that you had a shot at being in that number 7 spot on Christmas morning, but you didn't do your end, you didn't hold up your end of the bargain. That might actually be the one that hurts the most. Now, you still have opportunity.
You're not done. But it would put a completely different mood for the end of the season. It'd be like this, maybe if we get lucky, instead of, we got this. Let's go to Rodney. Rodney, good morning. Merry Christmas. You're on 97.1.
Good morning, fellas. Merry Christmas. I'm on the road headed to Jersey, man.
All right. How the roads where you're at?
It's pretty bad. Ohio hasn't taken care of their business, John.
That's trust me. Hey, once you get out of Ohio, I think things will start looking up. You got a lot of problems in that one.
Yeah, I do too. But getting to the point, the Lions, considering where they came from in terms of, they wasn't even predicted to win more than 6 games. So they didn't came this far. They went from 1-6 to now 7-7. There's no way that Carolina has an opportunity to stop these boys from going one game over 500. One game at a time. This game right here is more important than any game, before or after, because this is for the first time in the season, we got a chance to see these boys with a winning record over 500. I do not see North Carolina stopping them.
But Carolina, all right, and I'll just bring this up. They are a 5-9 team, but they're only one game out of the division lead, and they still play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They play the New Orleans Saints. They have a chance, if they run the table, to actually win their division.
Yeah, they do. And that's their situation. Lions have their situation, and I just think the Lions situation is much more believable, that they will win before North Carolina.
Well, and Carolina is coming off a loss to the Steelers.
Yeah, they ran for like 21 yards in that game. But if you listen to Wilkes this week and prepping some stuff for the game this weekend, I listened to a good chunk of it. He said they had pre-planned after the Seattle game where they ran for 220 yards. They had pre-planned to go a week without pads because of the travel and the physical nature. So last week they did not put the pads on and they only ran for 21 yards. So he said, you know what we're doing this week? Put the pads back on. We got to play a physical football game. There's no other, just No two ways about it. They got one way to win football games, and it's not with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
It's with running the ball.
I have an issue with that because I don't believe physicality is a light switch. You can't just turn it on and turn it off. And just because you don't go pads for, a day and a half, that made a big difference playing against the Steelers.
What he said. Take it for what it's worth. Confidence level, 1 to 10. 10 is coal in the stocking. You wake up Christmas morning, they lost to the Panthers, and it's ruining Christmas. 10 is they're absolutely beating up Carolina, winning the game, no doubt, and continuing this run. 1 to 10, your confidence level for tomorrow. It's 97-1. Tell you about BetMGM, the king of sports books. Download the app and make every game and every play mean more than ever. Bet with confidence on parlays, props, and more. Sign up today and discover boosted odds specials, in-play wagering. It's a ton of fun live betting and the best daily promos in the business. If it's game day, it's showtime at BetMGM. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 and up, Michigan only. If you have a gambling problem, number's there for you. 1-800-270-7117. Exclude Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
I bet I could use this without my iPad.
WWJ 24-hour traffic center. 94 westbound after N59 with a crash blocking the left and center lanes as well as that left shoulder. 75 northbound at N15, this crash blocking the left lane, left shoulder. 96 eastbound in the express lanes at Davison Avenue, this crash blocking the left lane and left shoulder as well.
That's the way we
94
went
westbound
before it
after
got too
Hall Road,
crowded.
this crash is blocking the two left lanes.
fucking
75 northbound at Ortonville Road, that left lane blocked due to a crash. And 94 westbound at Vining, this crash blocking the left shoulder. I'm Tina with traffic.